All right, well, welcome. This is our Friday workout. Friday's gonna be all core today. So we're gonna be doing core mostly. We get a little bit of leg in there, I think, and your arms will feel something, but not much. We're gonna be focusing on our upper and lower abdomen, our abdominal area. So let's get to it like we always do. We're gonna start off with a 20-second hollow hold. If you don't remember what those are, that is basically your arms are back here at an angle, your legs are off the ground, and you just hold it. It's okay for your shoulders and your lower back to touch the ground. Matter of fact, you want that, but you don't want to. You don't want your legs or your arms on the ground. So let's do that. 20 seconds, and we'll go into the rest of it. And go. And 20. Come up. And we're just gonna go straight into it. We're going to, we actually have 2 segments in this workout. We're gonna repeat both of those segments. They're not hard, but we do wanna make sure we get some good workouts in. It makes it easier to just repeat segments than just to load down a bunch of different workouts. So that's why I like to do that. So going in, we're gonna start off with what I like to call hollow hold reaches, which is basically the same thing as what we just did, except we're going to take it from the hollow hold position, and we're actually going to reach up and then come back down. You have to be kind of controlled with that because you want to make sure you don't fall back too soon. You want your arms and legs to come up around the same time. So same time your legs are coming up, you want your arms to come up and then go down at the same time. And like I said, it takes control, it takes practice. The more you do it, the better you'll get. So let's do those. We got 10 of those, then we have 10 X-Man reps, which I'll show you in a second, and then we have 10 of the thread the needles. So we'll do those too. All right, so let's start off with our hollow hold reaches. 10 of these. Ready? Uh-oh. And go. You see, I struggle with them too. Still getting used to it. Like I said, it does take control. So yeah, sorry about that. I'll do better next time. Now we're gonna do 10 X-Men. They're just called X-Men. So basically, you're going to do something similar. Hands are gonna go out to the sides. Your legs are out, and we're just going to bring them up together. So out, bring them in, out, bring them in. All right, 10 of those as well. Let's go. That'll count. All right, so that's 10. That was terrible. But again, like I said, it takes control. You have to keep doing them. You get used to them. Your abdomen becomes stronger and they're not as hard. Next up, we're gonna do 10 thread the needles. Now we haven't done these in a long time, so you may not remember these. Thread the needle, we're going to basically get in a we're not a high plank position, an elbow plank position. Here, I'm gonna take one arm up and then thread through, back up, and down. That'll be one. Then we're gonna do the other side. Up, down through, back up, and down. That'll be 2. So we're gonna do 10 of those. So it's gonna be 5 on each side, and we'll move on to the next thing. So let's go ahead and do those. Matter of fact, I'll turn around this way so you can see my arms more than my feet. You don't really need to see my feet. And let's go. right, that's it. And so from there, we're gonna take a short break. We're gonna do these. We're gonna do still ab workout, but it may feel a little different because we're gonna work out more the lower part than the upper part. We're gonna do 10 leg lifts with circles. So basically, actually I skipped ahead. We're gonna do a 30-second elbow plank and then a 15-second arm plank. We're gonna do all those and we start over. So then we do 10 more of the hollow hold reaches, 10 more of the X-Man reps, and 10 more thread the needles. So let's do our 30-second elbow plank first. And then from there, we're gonna go straight into our 15-second straight arm plank. So when we hit 30, just straighten your arms and do your 15. That way we can run straight through it. Ready? And go. Up and 15. Go. Okay, that's it. So I'm gonna just talk for a second. We'll take a 5 or 10 second break while we get acclimated. We're now resetting to the beginning. So again, 10 hollow hold reaches, do the best you can. I'll do the best I can. 10 X-Man reps, 10 thread the needles, and then 30-second elbow plank again, another 15-second straight arm plank, which will transition straight into from the elbow plank. And then we start the second segment of the workout, which is not as long, it's not as busy, and you may not find it to be as hard. This is probably the toughest part here, all right? So let's get ready for our hollow hold planks, our hollow hold stretches. And ready? Doing 10, go. All right, take a short break because we're gonna do our X-Men in just a second. So we're gonna give our abdomen just a small rest, and then we'll go straight into the X-Men. Again, do the best you can. It doesn't look perfect, that's fine. You basically wanna make sure you cover the range of motion from here with your legs up to here. Your arms from here, just bring them up and or out like this, whichever way, and then going back into your X position. So let's go. 10 of these as well. Ready? And go. All right, there we go. So we're gonna flip it on over, do our thread the needles, and then we'll go back into our elbow plank, straight arm plank. Now those are probably gonna be more of a rest for you than this is. So we might as well go ahead and get these out of the way. We're doing 10, 5 on each side. Ready? And go. Throat makes a funny noise this time. Your arms not touching the ground when you're threading through. Should be 6. Try to breathe when you thread through. So breathe. 2 more. 1 more. relax for a second. We're gonna do our elbow planks, then straight arm planks. Remember, the elbow plank is 30 seconds. The straight arm plank is 15, or a total of 45 seconds. And like I said, this should be considered a rest compared to whatever else we've been doing, because we're gonna be static, not moving. Ready? Here we go. And go. Ten seconds. And up. Hold it for 15. And rest. Okay, so we're going to take a small rest here, maybe 20 seconds at the most. I'm going to explain what we're doing on the second half here. Like I said, we will be repeating the second half as well, but it may not be as strenuous as the other one was. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with 10 leg lifts. So regular old leg lifts, but we're going to add into it a circle. Each time we do one, you can go either direction, doesn't matter. And then from there, we're going to move down to 10 Superman stretches. Now you guys know that we've done Supermans before. Basically you lay on your stomach, extend your arms out in front of you, your legs behind you, and you flex so that your arms and legs lift off the ground, leaving only your abdomen touching the ground. We're gonna do 10 of those, but in this case, we're not holding it. It's not a hold. We're going to flex, hold for 2 seconds, and then relax. Flex, hold for 2 seconds, and relax. We're gonna do 10 of those. After that, we're gonna do 35 glute bridges, and we know what those are. We're laying on our back, knees bent up. We're going to just basically arch our back, bring our abdomen up towards the sky or towards the ceiling. 35 of those. After that, we're going to do a 30-second bulldog. Bulldogs are where we get on all fours. We basically straighten our back and we lift our knees off the ground. So only our toes and our hands are touching, and we'll hold that for 30 seconds. Then we'll loop back and start all over again. 10 more leg lifts with circles, 10 more Superman stretches, 35 more glute bridges, and 30-second bulldog after that. Then we'll finish off with our cool down, and that's it. We'll be done. Like I said, this part should be easier than the other, so we'll see. Let's go ahead and get started on our leg lifts with circles. Like I said, you can go either way on your circle. Does not matter. It helps a little bit to keep your arms slightly out to the side. I'll move back so you can see me on the camera. And go. Do not touch the ground when you come down. It's halfway. Two more. All right, that's 10. And I will say, when you do your circles, the more mid-level you keep your feet, the harder it is, the more exercise you're gonna get on your abdomen. So if you do your leg lifts, you go up here, and then you do your circle right here, it's not going to be the same as if you start your circle down here. So actually, next time around, I'll try to go a little lower as well and see, how we feel the difference. So let's go into our Superman stretches. Basically, like I said, we're going to stretch out, Superman position. We're going to lift and hold for 2 seconds and then lower down. And do 10 of those all together. Ready? And go. One more. All right, flip it on over. We've done our chest, or we've laid on our belly. Now let's bring that belly up towards the ceiling with our 35 glute bridges. Keep your hands again out slightly to the side, feet flat on the floor, and go. Squeeze with your glutes when you come up. Fifteen more. Five more. All right, that's it. 35. Made it through that, and we'll see what happens the next time around. So, moving on. We're gonna go from there to our 30-second bulldog. So let's go ahead and get in our hands and knees position. Here. Try to make sure your toes are not on a slippery surface, because if they are, you don't want your feet to slip out from under you. And ready? All we're gonna do is just lift our knees, keep our back straight, and hold it for 30 seconds. And go. And 30. All right, go back down. Now, we're gonna flip back over, do our 10 leg lifts again. Remember, try to bring up your legs about mid-range and do your circles. And I'll guarantee you'll feel the pull more on your abdomen and probably even your upper thighs here next to the hip joints. So, let's get started. We're gonna do 10. And go. One more. All right, there we go. I tell you, sitting in a chair in an office all day, I can feel it in my back pulling, I guess, from all that sitting. So that's good too, I guess. So we got those down. Now we're gonna move on to our Superman stretches. So we know how to do those already. Let's go ahead and flip over. 10 of those, holding 2 seconds per stretch. Ready? And go. flip over. We got 35 glute bridges. Might as well knock them out now. All right, ready, and go. Try not to scoot your lower back or your upper back. Halfway. Five more. And that's it. That's 5. So from here, we're going to do our last thing, our 30-second bulldog, and then we have our cool down. Our cool down is just one exercise. It's not tough, I guarantee it. It actually might be kind of fun. So, especially when you see what I got to do. So, our bulldog, 30 seconds. Hands and knees, and lift those knees. Okay, so our last thing is a V-sit with weights. So what you want to do is try to find something, a heavy ball, book, something like that, that weighs, 2 or 3 pounds. Not super heavy. You already know our V-sit. We're going to lift our legs up off the ground. We're going to hold our hands out. What we're going to do is, while we're doing that, we're going to hold the weight and we're going to pass it back and forth. We're going to do this for 25 seconds. So it doesn't matter how many times you pass it. You want to definitely get more than 2 in there, but it doesn't matter how many times you pass it. You just want to do, while you're doing the 25 seconds, you're going to do passing this back and forth. If it's a ball, of course, you'll grab it on the sides and hold it. I'm using a peppermint jar. It can be anything. Just try to get something that's, 2 or 3 pounds, a couple pounds. One thing you'll probably notice is that in trying to concentrate on the passing, you don't worry so much about holding your legs up, and you may actually, the time may actually pass faster. That's why I always tell you, when we're not using weights and things like that, to focus on your breathing, and time goes by a lot quicker. Unless you're me and you have to count. All right, so ready, and go. It. It makes it a little harder. Yeah, I sucked at that, but we did make it through. It counts. We'll take it. We'll do better next time. All right, so that's our workout for this Friday, August whatever it is. It's let's see, August 25th, 24th. I'm sorry. So have a good weekend, guys. Thanks for watching, and enjoy yourselves. Bye bye.